Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a really basic Kylo Ren makeup cosplay look. Now the first thing I'm doing is priming my face here with an Australis primer. Most of the products in this tutorial are quite inexpensive and you can get them at any drugstore. There are a couple that I guess would be more high-end, but they're worth it. So once we're all primed up, I'm just going to conceal my under eyes. You don't really need to do this too well because the Kylo Ren look is kind of, I don't know, a little bit sick looking. So you don't need to worry about concealing those bags too much because overall the bags are going to help. The concealer I'm using is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the lighter shade, which is ivory, and I'm just using a damp beauty blender just to push that into my skin and work it into those bags. Now the next thing I'm going to do is use foundation. The one I've got here is Kat Von D's Lock-It foundation in the color Light 42 Natural. This foundation typically is way too light for my skin tone. As you'll see when I'm putting it on, it is way too light. I'd recommend going a shade lighter than what you would usually wear, just because we're kind of really bringing out that light, broody, evil kind of look. So you'll notice that this one is way too light for my face, which I'm actually kind of annoyed about, because when I actually went into, I think, Sephora to get color matched, the girl working there color matched me to this color for just regular foundation, and it is way too light for my pale ass. So yeah, so now I just use it strictly for cosplay, but this foundation's really good for cosplay. It's long wear and you can do a lot with it because it is very full coverage. Working it in there all over my face with the beauty blender, and just make sure you really get into your hairline and down your neck as well, because obviously it being a lighter shade than your skin, you're going to notice it a lot more when you're all dressed in your cosplay. Okay, next I'm just putting on some more concealer. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind in the color Light. I actually love this concealer for regular use. Again, you don't really need to conceal your eyes that much for this look, but I did anyway, just because I'm used to it. Now I'm using the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder in the color Light Beige, and I'm just setting my foundation with this and just putting it all over my face. You'll notice that it is a lot darker than my foundation as well, but it still gives that kind of deathly evil look that we're going for. But again, if your powder is a bit lighter, you don't need to worry because you want to look dead sexy. And again, just using that brush to like blend everything in. Make sure you have no foundation lines or anything like that. And now for eyebrows, I've got the Benefit brow pencil in the number 6. I use this pencil on a daily basis, but I just don't draw in my eyebrows as heavy when I'm going daily. Kylo Ren's eyebrows are pretty dark and pretty prompt, so I'm just really colouring in mine and kind of overdrawing them just a little bit, but mainly just making sure that they're nice and dark. You could use any brow pencil. I just Benefit brow pencil is my favorite, so that's going to be the one I'm going to go to. And I'm just following the natural shape of my eyebrow, but just making sure that it's really dark and really filled in. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to contour. So I've got the Australis onto a contour palette, and I'm just going to use this kind of taupey colour. Just a little bit on my brush because I don't want to, you know, put harsh lines, and just, you know, carving out those cheekbones, going in for kind of a hollowed out kind of look. I'm terrible at contouring too, by the way, but with this kind of thing, you don't really need to overly worry. Just start off very light-handedly and kind of build it up. You can always build it up, but it's very hard to like blend it out once you've put too much on. So just start off with a little and keep going until you're happy. I'm also going to contour my nose a little bit. I always do this just to kind of get some sharper definition in my face. Now I'm just using an eyeshadow pencil in the same color, and I'm just going to kind of fill in that crease between your eyebrow and your nose, again just to get some more definition and some more angles in your face to really kind of make that stark, stern appearance. Okay, once I'm happy with that, moving on to just gonna contour around my chin and around the bottom of my jawline a little bit. Again, just wanting a really kind of chiseled out, stark kind of look. Next, I'm going into the same contour palette, but I'm choosing a bit of a lighter shade to use as my eyeshadow. So I'm just putting this kind of brownie shade in my crease, first of all. And I'm just using a soft fluffy brush to do that. I'm also bringing the same color in under my eye, and I'm kind of also working it into the bags under my eyes, if you will. Again, going for such a stern, stark look. Kylo looks a bit tired in his old age, so it's hard running the Death Star, right? So I'm just bringing that out just to kind of make my bags look a little bigger. And again, just working into the other eye. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm going into this Chi Chi Timeless palette. I'm just picking this kind of, it's a different shade, brown color, and I'm just putting that, it's kind of a reddy brown. I'm just putting this reddy brown under my eye, and I'm also going to fill in my lid with this as well. So just giving it that red, that pop of red, which is very Kylo right now. And again, I'm just kind of, I'm keeping the red kind of closer to my waterline, where the brown I was kind of dragging down a bit into the bags of my eyes. And I'm just filling in my lid with this reddy brown color as well. And I'm just kind of blending them all together as well. Now I'm taking a black from the same palette. I'm just going to put the black kind of on the corners, kind of going to blend it a little bit into my crease, but I'm not wearing eyeliner or anything in this kind of look, so I'm just kind of bringing that black just to add a bit more, definition, you know, just trying to make it broody and spoopy, if you will. So just working that into the corner and just kind of blending all the colors together as well. Now moving on to the scar. Now for the scar, there's a million ways you could do it. I was just doing it with things I already had. So here I'm using a lip, it's kind of a lipstick, but it's like a matte lip color pencil from e.l.f. in the color Rich Red, and I'm just kind of drawing in the lines. The reason I used it like a lipstick was because it's moist. I could draw it on and add some shadow to it to kind of get the color I wanted, because I didn't have anything the color that I wanted. But you know, makeup's makeup. You can use it for whatever you want. So you can use eyeshadows as contours. You can use lipsticks as whatever you want to use them. So I thought, stuff it. I'm going to use this lipstick to do my scar. It actually worked out quite well. I was pretty happy with it. So you can see I'm just drawing it faintly in and just coloring it in with the lip pencil. Just trying to get like a defined line. Now I'm taking a brown eyeshadow and just going to pop that on top of the red, just because the red is obviously too red. It doesn't really look like a scar, so just adding some brown to it to kind of make it look more scar-like and a bit more gruesome. And it also kind of sets the lipstick as well, so that the lipstick's not going to smudge. Now, after I did all that, I realized the scar wasn't as long as I had liked. So now I'm just going back in with that same red lip pen and just making the scar a little bit longer and just popping that eyeshadow over it as well. Just because I looked at the photo and I thought, his scar kind of looks a little more joined. And now I'm just taking a black mascara pencil. This one's a Maybelline one. This is kind of like a gel one. And again, just to get the color that I wanted, I'm just going over it very lightly with the black, just to make it a little bit darker. Now I'm just putting some lip balm on. I didn't really want to put a lip color or anything like that on there. I kind of was happy with the way the foundation bled into my lips and just popped a lip balm, just to make it look a bit scary. Now for some mascara, I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash in black. This has to be the best mascara on the planet. I don't care what anyone says. I didn't really want gorgeous popping out there lashes, so I just only put a very light coat of mascara on, because again, Kylo Ren's a boy, so we're trying to keep it not very glam. So I'm just coating my top and bottom lashes with some roller lash, again just keeping it kind of light. I don't want massive popping lashes for this particular look. And I got it all over my hand because skills. Now for hair, I deliberately kept my hair really greasy and horrible just because Kylo Ren's hair isn't the nicest thing. So my hair needs a wash, and I'm aware of this, but I deliberately didn't wash it just for this. So I kind of just, you know, teased it up a little bit. It was kind of straight, had a few kinks in it, and I was kind of just leaving it be. But yeah, this overall is the cosplay look. It is really easy to do, and it is very inexpensive, and I think overall it actually looks pretty good, if you don't mind me saying. Now, if you did like this cosplay makeup tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to maybe perhaps film some other cosplay makeup tutorials. They're all really easy, and they don't require like expensive products or anything fancy. So it's kind of like budget cosplay makeup for more awesome content. And don't forget to check me out on Twitch and also my Instagram, where I post photos of my cosplays all the time.